Welcome back to our channel, where we explore intriguing mysteries from the Bible and delve into enigmatic figures from the past. Today, we are delving into the fascinating story of Melchizedek, the mysterious priest-king mentioned in the Bible. Who was he, and what role did he play in the lives of Abraham and his descendants? Some scholars propose that Melchizedek might actually be Shem, the son of Noah and the bearer of the divine blessing, who held a significant spiritual position. Could Shem have passed on his priestly authority to Melchizedek? On the other hand, some suggest a connection between Melchizedek and the cursed lineage of Canaan, the son of Ham. Could there be a deeper meaning behind Melchizedek's encounter with Abraham and the blessings they exchanged? Join us as we unravel this mystery and uncover the clues surrounding this captivating character. Let's begin. Melchizedek, a fascinating individual, appears mysteriously throughout the Bible, only to disappear shortly after. Despite being mentioned in a few instances, he remains an enigmatic character in the stories of Abraham in the book of Genesis and David in the book of Psalms. Our first encounter with Melchizedek is as the king priest of Salem, a name that translates to king of righteousness or righteous kings in Hebrew. He presents himself as a puzzle, appearing in the enigmatic chapter 14 of Genesis. This chapter opens with a world war led by Abraham against four great kings in the northern region of Canaan. In this tale, Abraham is portrayed as a warrior with a powerful army, a depiction that deviates from the norm. The Bible recounts a singular encounter between Abraham and Melchizedek, following the War of the Kings. It is during this meeting that Melchizedek presents bread and wine, offers a blessing to Abraham, and receives priestly gifts from him. However, the Bible does not disclose any details about Melchizedek's origin or affiliation with any particular group. What we do know is that Melchizedek held the dual roles of a king and priest to the Most High God, and Abraham displayed great respect and honor towards him, offering a tithe of his possessions. This indicates that Melchizedek occupied a significant spiritual position and commanded high regard during that era. However, apart from these details, our understanding of him remains limited. Melchizedek continues to be an enigmatic figure, and scholars have endeavored to unravel the mystery surrounding his character. One interpretation proposes that he could be the blessed son of Noah, and we will delve deeper into this theory at a later point. Commentators recognize Melchizedek as a figure of exceptional importance. According to their interpretations, he possessed unique qualities such as being born circumcised and holding the position of a king in the exact place where the temple would eventually stand. In his time, he represented the priesthood and even imparted teachings from the Torah to Abraham. This viewpoint portrays Abraham as the patriarch of the nation, navigating trials and receiving promises concerning descendants and land. However, it is Melchizedek who holds the authority of the priesthood during that period. When Rebekah was troubled by the commotion in her womb, she initially sought guidance from God. However, it is proposed that she also sought the wisdom of Melchizedek, the priest. As the unborn baby stirred within her, she questioned, "Why is this happening to me?" Subsequently, she sought the counsel of the Lord, Genesis 25 verses 22. At first glance, it may appear that Rebekah received the prophecy directly. However, commentators argue that the answer came through Shem. If Rebekah herself had prophesied, there would have been no need to indicate her seeking the Lord elsewhere. Therefore, it is believed that someone else conveyed the response to her through the guidance of the Holy Spirit. After Noah wakes up, he realizes that Canaan witnessed his nakedness and informs his brothers of the incident. Shem and Japheth, acting with utmost modesty, covered their father. Noah curses Canaan and blesses Japheth and Shem, proclaiming, "Praise be to the Lord, the God of Shem. May Canaan be the slave of Shem. May God extend Japheth's territory, and may Japheth live in the tents of Shem. And let Canaan be the slave of Japheth." Genesis 9 verses 26 to 27. The contrast between the blessings bestowed upon Japheth and Shem is remarkable. Japheth receives physical beauty, while Shem is blessed with a sacred place for God's presence among his people. Shem is granted longevity, living through the generations of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. According to Noah's blessing, the divine spirit resided with Shem in the period spanning from Noah to Abraham. Let us briefly revisit the story of Noah's sons. Ham and Japheth were chosen as survivors of the flood waters and the angel of death, ensuring the continuation of nations through them. All three sons were included in the divine promise, yet God specifically declared, "But I will establish my covenant with you," Genesis 6 verses 18. Furthermore, when God commanded them to leave the ark, he addressed Noah, his wife, and his sons, along with their wives, Genesis 8 verses 16. God's command and blessing extended to all of Noah's sons, Shem, Japheth, and Ham, to thrive and multiply, as he declared, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the earth," Genesis 9 verses 1. Just as God desires the growth of the world, he also desires the growth of Shem, Ham, and Japheth without any distinction between them. This desire was present before the occurrence of sin. God bestows blessings upon him just as he blesses Japheth and Shem. Moreover, he is even included in the covenant with God. As God said to Noah and his sons, "Now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you," Genesis 9 verses 8 to 9. However, after the flood, we discover that Ham reverts to the sins of the previous generation, engaging in promiscuity and immorality. In contrast, Japheth's modesty is evident when he covers his father, while Ham's actions immediately expose him to humiliation at the peak of his curse. He is cursed for all future generations. Cursed be Canaan. The lowest of slaves will he be to his brothers. Genesis 9 verses 25. Interestingly, God still desires to establish a covenant specifically with him, despite knowing that he will commit the sin of promiscuity. Additionally, it is noteworthy that throughout the Bible, the land of Israel, the chosen land, is referred to as the land of Canaan, which is associated with the cursed lineage of Ham's son. This is why some commentators suggest that Eliezer was actually Canaan, and it can be explained by the fact that Canaan played a significant role in the growth of the Israelites. This is evident in Abraham entrusting him with the task of finding a match for Isaac. However, further exploration of this topic will be left for another chapter. Let's shift our focus back to Shem. He lived for 600 years and is mentioned in both the book of Genesis and the Chronicles. During the time of the flood, he was 98 years old and stayed with his family in the ark. At the age of 100, he became the father of Arpachshad. According to Genesis, Shem had sons named Elam, Ashur, Arpachshad, Lud, and Aram. These offspring became the ancestors of various Middle Eastern peoples, including Assyria, Elam, Persia, and Aram, Syria. Collectively, these peoples are referred to as the Semitic nations. This group also includes Jews and Arabs, who trace their lineage back to Ishmael, the son of Abraham and the 9th generation bearer of that name. As mentioned in the Quran, the book of Genesis initially describes how the land was given to Canaan, the son of Ham. However, the book of Jubilees provides a different perspective, stating that the land was actually the inheritance of the sons of Shem. The chronological account also changes, suggesting that Canaan obtained the land unjustly, usurping it from Shem. In the interpretation of Shem, he is considered a wise scholar close to God, and Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob studied at the place of Torah study, established by Shem and Eber. According to another interpretation, Shem, the king of righteousness, is identified as the priest king of Salem. It is said that Melchizedek, the king of Salem, brought out bread and wine, and was the priest of God Most High, Genesis 14 verses 18. This further supports the understanding that Shem, the son of Noah, carried the divine spirit and passed it on to his descendants. Another reason for associating the name Melchizedek with Shem is that he preceded the blessing of Abraham, and received a tenth of everything from him. It is mentioned that Abram blessed Melchizedek, saying, "Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, and praise be to God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand." Genesis 14 verses 19 to 20. From the very beginning, it was intended for the priesthood to remain in the hands of Shem. However, due to the sequence in which he blessed Abraham, and then God. The priesthood was taken from him, and transferred to Abraham's descendants. The Bible mentions the priesthood in connection with Melchizedek, and it is believed that Shem, the son of Noah, had a close relationship with the divine spirit within the framework of Noah's blessing. This suggests a generational continuity in the role of the priest, dating back to the days of Noah, and possibly even earlier. However, a significant change occurred during the time of Abraham. It became clear that Abraham and his descendants would carry on the role of being close to God. Melchizedek is an intriguing and devoted figure, but his exact identity remains uncertain. Melchizedek is a fascinating and dedicated figure whose true identity cannot be definitively determined. One thing is for certain: this figure appears only twice in the entire Bible, leaving us with a sense of great curiosity. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the intriguing figure of Melchizedek. Although his identity remains elusive, the glimpses we have of him in the Bible offer a fascinating glimpse into the ancient world and the role of priesthood. If you found this discussion thought-provoking and informative, we encourage you to like and share this video with others who may find it interesting. Feel free to leave your comments and questions below, as we always love hearing from you. If you haven't already, we invite you to subscribe to our channel for more captivating content like this. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date with our latest videos and join a community of curious minds. Thank you again for being a part of our journey of exploration and learning. We look forward to bringing you more engaging discussions in the future. Until next time, take care and keep seeking knowledge.